recently celebrating Pride months. There are Pride walks going on around the world and India also. But the thing is that we are also seeing the reality is totally different from what we are preaching. It's kind of double standard that I would say, that society is still not very much tolerating or acceptable to the LGBTQIA community. Standing here in a campus, in a Presidency University's campus, I can say that few students, or many students are indeed, tend to say the politically right thing or tend to think the politically right thing. But then also beyond these gates, I don't think there's much development that has happened.
The idea of Pride shouldn't be limited to a month, because often we see that several companies, corporate houses and institutes, they celebrate Pride month for the entire June, and then the same companies, the same corporate houses, they impose laws or they impose conductive codes that are very against the idea of Pride or the idea of free love. As far as gender and sexuality is, the idea of gender and sexuality goes, it's very fluid, and society as of now, they haven't really accepted that. You know, within the sphere of presidency, within the sphere of campus, we feel very safe. We feel that, you know, people will accept us as who we are. But outside the campus, where the political practice of gender and sexuality, which is not the normative thing, there are many, many ideas opposing because the general society, they are very opposed to change. They are very opposed to accepting new ideas.
We are looking at the worldwide stance that, by worldwide I of course mean the popular stance that is taken on the LGBTQ community. I think the most telling of the general attitude towards it is that even in the 21st century, right now in 2023, where we are seeing there are people from the LGBTQ community being elected in places of administration or places of power, either in different governments or different parliaments, we are still seeing certain countries, not certain countries, rather the majority of countries that have either put legislations against the existence of LGBTQ communities or have issued grievous penalties against what they consider to be heinous or sinful acts. So I think this is exactly why the celebration of Pride Month and the articulation of pride as an LGBTQ concept is still necessary, because we still have a long way to go. There are still people around the world being discriminated against just because of who they love or who they want to present themselves as, and that is something that I think as a community, not just as a community, but as people, kind, empathetic people need to fight against. Yeah.
Actually, we all know this is Pride Month, but everyone is talking about gender and sexuality, which is actually non-binary, mostly in campuses like Presidency, Jadavpur and JNU maybe. So yeah, that is there. But in the larger society, we can obviously see that those who identify themselves outside of the binary, they get harassed every day, they get bullied every day. I have talked to many people who are actually transgender or intersexual. They have told me that they face bully and harassment on everyday basis. So I don't think that talking about all these issues in campuses specifically or in social media, that does not change the reality of the actual society, what is happening in on the streets, in the households. That does not change it.